Hey, what's up guys, Shadow Steel here, and welcome back to another episode of Railworks Sundays. So, last week, or well, last couple weeks ago, we did the first two parts of the story of Forest Rail. And I want to specify this because I'm pretty sure that many people don't know about this, but a long time ago I did do these scenarios all together. I think I specified that in the first video, but not many people watched it. But nonetheless, we're going to start with part 3, because we did part 1 and 2 last time. So let's get started with, well, our downhill segment. This is the one that I figured that the brakes were going to be eventually, the brakes would fail. So there's a fail. This one's going to be fun. This one's going to be an interesting scenario, honestly, for you guys. Well, that was quick. That was quick. All right, good. Okay. Open the doors. Open the door. Thank you. Should probably turn on the lights too. All right. We got a little bus here. But also, somebody pointed out this on the last video. This is apparently a bus from Hong Kong, and I figured, like, oh, that's probably what it was. That's probably what they would have used, because a lot of the equipment is probably just poured over from other parts of Asia. Oh, there we go. All right, release the brakes. Get her moving. You better fix the engine this time. Jeez. I got a 50 coming up here, so we can get a little bit of speed out of this. It's funny to have the steering wheel on the thing here, when in reality there would be no steering wheel and just be a couple of pedals. Alright, let's go. We're going into the mountains now, boys. This is going to be fun. Be ready on the handbrakes. Or at least the brakes in general. Jeez. Oh, this is a good shot here. Pause. Hang on. Actually, it might not be a good shot. I think I know a good shot, honestly. There's a set of loops just up the rail line. That might be fun to play around, mess around with. Oh, all right, shut it off. There we go. Whip around this corner at high speed here. I was just bantering. I leave that up so shortly because I don't usually like go over it much. Another tunnel. So what's our next station? Over there. 2 miles out. Okay. I can't see anything in here. Nice tunnel. I do feel like I should play Smells Like Kenosha when the brakes fail, because that would be kind of funny, a little bit of an inside joke for you, for people. For people that don't know, Smells Like Kenosha is a song about a particular derailment that occurred on the Colorado and Southern, yes, that's the railroad, with Denver and Rio Grande Western number 346. She was being leased out to the Colorado and Southern at the time. I think it was in the 40s. And she derailed on a curve that was meant to be, I think, 20 miles an hour or something like that, like very low speed. But for some strange reason, but for one reason or another, the engineer had been traveling about 40 to 60 miles an hour, somewhere around there. I like how picturesque this route is, honestly. This is great. A little bit more on the throttle here. But yeah, Smells Like Kenosha was the it's basically an inside joke amongst Heist fans about whenever you derail, that song starts playing because and I'm sure there's some various jokes about it, but it's like the main story is when you bring hard liquor around Denver and Rio Grande 346, which by the way survives. It's in currently being restored back to operation. It's an 1881 280, and it's being restored back to operation currently. But the locomotive, when it crashed, the crew at the Colorado Railroad Museum, or some people at the Colorado Railroad Museum, joke and say, whenever you bring hard liquor around 346, you'll often go, "Why does it smell like Kenosha?" Because it's reported that the engineer was drunk at the time when the derailment occurred. And that's why that song is named that and everything. It's also kind of I guess it also could be a nod to the song "Smells Like Teen Spirit." It smells like Teen Spirit, which is, you know, Nirvana song. But who knows? Still going up grade here, quite a bit actually. Well, we're speeding now. Good thing it's a standard scenario. All right, there we go. Squealing tires. I think we're looping around ourselves multiple times here. There's a 70-kilometer limit coming up here. Next waypoint. Oh, okay. Where's the station platform? It's 3 kilometers out. We slowed down significant. Like, what the hell happened? Again, very picturesque, beautiful countryside here. I love this route in terms of that. It just feels right. Pick up speed here. That's good. No arrival time set up here. Okay. Gonna run this down. Accept this vehicle. Yeah, you're not wrong. This is the more goofier things. What's this? No, that's not the loop. The loop's just up ahead. There's a loop just up ahead. That's a good screenshot location. Can't see anything in the tunnel. Just look down on the ground there. Look at the tracks. This says to be a 45-minute scenario. It shouldn't be too long, but we're going to have to be careful on the way down. Flying around the hill here. You see the grade down there is kind of leveling off a little bit. Not by much, though. I like how you see no amp meter because it's a mechanical drive vehicle, so you don't have amps to worry about. It is mechanical. Here's the end of the tunnel. At least this tunnel, anyway. There's another tunnel coming up here. $7-kilometer limit. Past that. Get a little faster. I don't want to go too fast though, because Lord knows we're gonna need that. We're gonna need the braking force on this as we go downhill. That should be a warning sign for the grade. At least I think. How much further we got? A kilometer out. We're a kilometer out. Okay, so it's it's after this next station if the brakes fail on us. Okay, fair enough. There's a signal up ahead. I'm gonna let us coast into the station here a bit, because who knows what's gonna happen next here. These scenarios are just interesting to say the least. A lot of dark tunnels moments. This is something I've ever... I always wondered, because there's a couple tunnels on the Western Maryland Scenic Railroad where they have the bike trail that goes right next to the tracks. So, I wonder if that's actually... Yeah, like, and people, like, it's one of those things where it's like... where it's interesting, because they have the steam locomotives out there. They have a couple steam locomotives that run out on the Western Maryland Scenic Railroad. Okay. This is the top of the grade here, boys. We're at summit, essentially. Can't see anything, though, because we're too far away. The track, speeding along. How's that crossing? That is, like, missing textures vibes right there. Okay, slow her down. Don't want to be going too fast, but we also don't want to be going too slow as we enter the station. There's a disused platform on the side there. A disused siding, rather. Again, I love how just like this route just looks scenic and overgrown and kind of like it looks like it's out of a storybook, which is kind of the point. All right, brakes. A little bit more brake. Alright, open the doors. Nice little picturesque town. Or village. I guess it is. I guess it's a village. Got the clear up ahead. How far is the next station? 7 miles. So we got a long ways to go out there. Oh, we stopped right before the station board. So far, so good. Why would you say that? Why would you say so far, so good? You're jinxing it. Lord knows I don't believe in jinxes. So that shows that we're going downgrade from here. That's going to be interesting. Signaling system is kind of interesting, too. Traditional Japanese signaling, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, 50-kilometer limit coming up here, too. Where? Oh my god, the vehicle's so tiny. We'll let it coast. We will let you coast. Because I'm sure we're going upgrade here. Yeah, we're going downgrade now. Set the reverser in reverse. Get things ready. Alright, release that. 50. Use the engine. Actually, no. Use the brakes. It's going to be interesting here, boys. In a second here, we're going to be losing our brakes. We go down the hill. What's our next waypoint? It should trigger. Oops, shit. Slow down a little too much there, buddy. What's your next waypoint? Where is it? I can't see. There it is. About a kilometer away. Okay. Pick up speed here. And the next stop. There it is. Go in the opposite direction of it. You just gotta be careful with the brakes, but then again, this thing's a piece of crap and has broken down on us before. Alright, well, here we go. Well, slow and steady wins the race, right? That's the tunnel. Into that tunnel, coming up to the next tunnel. Little bird. Oh, what kind of bird that is. Slow. About 30 kilometers per hour here, so it's not too bad. But it's really, the really tough part is going to be when we get on the loop. This is going to be steep as hell. Another tunnel. Yep, there it is. Right there. That's when the brakes fail. Less than a kilometer out. The one good thing is that you don't need the brake, like you don't need to use the throttle on the last part here. We're on the one, we're kind of on the last run here. I wonder if the curves are biting us a little bit, so because we're not picking up as much speed as I thought we would. Oh, never mind. Now we're going up. VS7, huh? We're slowing down again. Haven't needed to use the brakes for a while. That's good. Kind of slowed down a little too much. Right, off we go outside the tunnel. Woo! There's a speed limit coming up of 70. Alright, now we get the brakes on. Right after this tunnel, we'll slow down as much as we can. Train kind of coast up the street here. Here's the loop. Yeah, this is the loop. This is where our brakes fail. Oh, we've trolled down to a crawl, so that's good. Let it coast. And snap. Yep. Handbrake? What do you mean handbrake? Use the throttle. We're in reverse. We can do this. Yeah, this is the loop. This is the loop I was talking about. Okay. I'm going to pause here and we'll take a screenshot of it. Oh, shit. Handbrake. We don't need the handbrake. We got a throttle. You get the throttle going here. Ah, my God. Maybe it should be down there, honestly. Wait until we get to this point here. I'm going to do that. Nice bridge, honestly. I will admit that. Oh yeah, that's definitely a good shot there. Alright, slow down. Okay, we need to pick up speed here. We went a little far hard on the brakes. Or, well, the throttle anyway. We lost brakes, but we are just using our throttle now. When in doubt, use reverse. Reverse! Beautiful little thing, isn't it? Beautiful view, honestly, I gotta admit. This is just like, this is picturesque. Kind of something I would strive for on my own route. The trees all being the same are kind of taking me out of it, but whatever. So now we've got a couple kilometers to go before we reach our next stop, so that should be easy to deal with. We've only been recording for 20 minutes. That's funny. I haven't played this scenario in so long that I forgot if the handbrake fails or not. We're not going really all that fast, so we're good. Another tunnel. Let's just sound the horn. Emergency! Emergency! We're in an emergency. Oh god. This. It's right about here, I guess. I'm gonna get a good shot of the train, the bus rather. Let's go through the bridge here. Yeah, that's a pretty good shot. Picking up speed. Well, not by much, but okay. Still going downhill though. Try something there. Okay. Let me try something here. I'm trying to get a good screenshot of for the thumbnail, of course. Oh, here we go. Behind the bush. That'll do. Maybe? I don't know. Doesn't seem like it's taking up most of the image. That'll do. That's a good one too, actually. I'll take that one too. Woohoo! Bush. Alright. The brakes, the throttle is doing a good job here. Kind of 80-kilometer limit. We can go 70 now. We can speed up. Let's fling it down the hill. Become the drunk engineer that threw the train off the cliff. Oh dear God, oh my God. Okay, maybe it is warranting to actually have the brakes on, honestly. Holy fuck. Jesus! What? The handbrake is dead. Now, what do you think I've been doing this whole time? Been using the equivalent of dynamic brakes the entire time on the way downhill. I know full well how to do this. I'm an engineer. I've been an engineer for 10 years. Yeah, with what? How do you want me to stop? I don't have a handbrake. I don't have the actual engine brake. We just need a 2 miles out. All right, we should be fine. Jeez, yeah, scrap this piece of shit back there. Scrap it. No point in keeping it. Another bridge. Over the lake. Is that a lake or is that a river? I can't tell. That's a river. Oh, I forgot what that, so that's a little, I didn't even think about this. This is actually a little thing, a little Japanese culture lesson for you here. Those are usually made, I want to say those are usually made to protect against rainy days. Which is kind of cute that it's actually modeled there. We should go swing back and forth, but whatever. You do what you can. Well, we can slow down to 30 miles an hour, or 30 kilometers per hour. We can just let it go. We don't. I mean, do we have any handbrakes? I don't know. Depends on if well, we'll see in a second here. We'll see if we actually get handbrakes back, but I don't think we will. Back on speed again. Jesus Christ. And this month's April. Yeah, we're in April. I could be wrong on like the rain thing, but I know these are like for like children make these to prevent like for certain reason, like for a reason, one reason or another. It's kind of a thing in Japan. I know it was there last time, but I was like, I didn't even bother to pay attention to it too much because I thought like, oh, it's just a little thing with like one of those like old, like the other kind of mirror things that you have, like the flares on the bottom. I didn't see that a smiley face on it, which is typical with the with how, what the hell? Why did we slow down so much? Okay, we're picking up speed. Let's put the throttle back and forward so we can get up the fucking hill. Alright, we're good. We're good. Jesus Christ. It's only 27 minutes for this, eh? Not too bad. We trim out a little bit, but not by much. It'll be one of the shorter Railworks episodes, honestly. Crossing coming up here, and we are on a grade. We've got a yellow. Is that a yellow? I think that's a yellow. And it has a maybe. Either way, we need to stop for the station here. Stop! Shut it down. Oh, we're on level track at least. That's good. We're going into the siding. Got it. That's the 45 limit? Didn't even know that. That would have ended badly. You know what's funny about this? Interestingly enough, is that some locomotives back in the day, they actually would throw their like, it's technically a strategy, honestly. So I think this is something that's used in real life. Oh, good. Stop, 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 stop. Really? There we go. We're stopped. I think. Yes, we are. Jesus. Age Christ. At least we're on level track. We're not going anywhere. Jesus. Well, this is one hell of a first day, isn't it? I thought the last downhill jam was interesting. No, this takes the cake usually. All right, we're done. Yeah. Thank you and well done. What? All right. Well, that's that. Okay. We only sped once, which is good, but not too bad. It's only an 8-mile run. Really? 26 minutes? Okay. Just get the some. Well, that's the last of that piece of crap that we're running. So, next time, we will be taking another trip over through Forest Rail, but with actual locomotives this time. I'll give you a little tease for next episode. So like and comment down below, subscribe if you guys want more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.